Well, howdy, partners. It's the Weekly Roundup.
What are you
Evening,
fuckers up to?
What are you up to?
No, it's nothing. I thought it'd be better because normally we have a little pre-chat beforehand and we use half of it now, so I thought if we just go straight into it, there's going to be no little stories that have been hidden off, missed away, that we forget to mention again or won't sound as good the second time round. Anyway, good evening, everyone. / good morning whenever you watch this. Week 3, 4?
Week 4, mate.
4, post-meetup.
The carnage that was the meetup.
So, I mean, I don't think much league stuff's going to get covered tonight, but we'll show the league tables if we can.
Probably very little.
Friday was absolutely bananas. I've got a recording, Gary, of myself and you. I recorded it on Riverside. And it's just the two of us. It was right at the end of the night, absolutely steamboats, and then we turned the camera on to Tom and Hedgehog, and Rich popped in as well. I don't even remember doing that. No recollection of
Generally
it
do not
whatsoever.
remember doing that at all.
So yeah, that was nice to open up my Riverside app thing, and there's a video of the two of our faces, something like that. Absolutely steamboats. But the audio is horrific on it. I'll try and fix it. It's just two drunken idiots just talking crap. That's basically all it is.
Yeah. I think you'll find there was about 10 drunken idiots in the pub on Friday night.
Yeah, it was... What a weekend. It was amazing.
And he was like, how did the locals take it of you lot in there singing and fucking about? And I was like, I don't think the locals stayed. I think they just left us to it. I think we pretty much cleared them out on the Friday, didn't we?
Oh, it was great, mate.
Yeah, I think there's a point where it was pretty empty bar, like guys in there.
Mm-hmm.
But how did we enjoy it?
Oh,
a fun trip.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's had highs and lows.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, myself, Rab, and obviously my son Dylan had went. When we got there, our room was absolutely fantastic, top notch.
Oh, was it?
I thought it was the Hilton we'd actually booked. Gary, to be honest, how was your room? Was your room quite nice, mate?
I mean, I'm going to set the scene. I picked Rich up at Dartford. It's about an hour north from where I am. He jumped in, had a lovely little chinwag on the way out there, and it was all good until we got to Nottingham. And then I said, just message Tom for me quickly and see if there's any parking, because we're the only ones driving. And then Rich sort of had a little chuckle to himself in the passenger seat. And I said, what are you laughing at? And he said, well, I've texted Tom and said, are you there? And he replied, yeah. And he said, I don't think that's a good thing. And it wasn't. It was utterly horrendous. I don't know whether we was in Nottingham or New Delhi. I don't know where we were. I think last time I drove through France at the refugee camp, I think that looked better than what Tom had booked us.
Just to let everyone know, when we were en route, we were driving up, Tom actually video called me. And I thought, all right, mate. And he showed me the room. Honest to God, just go with the video. It looked horrific. And Tom said, it actually doesn't do it justice of how horrific it is. It's that bad.
Generally, did the video call and the pictures just... I mean, I was saying to Rich earlier, Gary, that I have been in contact with Airbnb about the standard, and I've sent across all the pictures that we've taken, and they have offered a refund.
Of what?
£11.68 for inconvenience.
That wouldn't even buy a pillowcase that I needed to cover up the mouldy pillow. Like, I'm not even joking.
It's not.
I had to use my jumper as a pillowcase. The back door, it had a security camera fitted, but the back door you could literally just walk through.
It was like a
Like,
human-sized
you had
cat
to be
flap.
careful.
Oh,
You
wow,
had to
man.
be holding it in case it come off the hinge. Someone had nicked the kitchen cupboard. I kid you not. We were looking at the pictures and thought, there's a cupboard there in the picture. And sure enough, now there's just holes in the wall. Who nicks a cupboard?
To be fair, the cupboard was in the very well-maintained back garden.
Yes. Also known as the jungle. So yeah, so that was a low light, our accommodation. The second low light for me was Rich booking the smallest car possible as a taxi.
Oh,
I just,
I wish I'd got
God.
the picture. Oh, and I've got. Just sorry to interrupt you, guys. I'm actually going to put together. I'm going to get all the pictures and videos and make like some sort of collage thing that I'll have
Yeah,
a
do it,
video
mate.
for YouTube, and,
I was about to say,
I'll put it on. But the one
is there a
of
way
Gary,
to share it?
yeah, mate, just you need to open it with your internet. It won't let you do a picture. But I suppose I could insert it after we've come off.
I'll get it and show it because this is something that needs to be shown. That
Mate,
taxi,
it was horrific. It was utterly ridiculous. I mean, we started driving and it was going beep, beep, because obviously I didn't have a seatbelt on because, quite frankly, I couldn't even breathe in the car, let alone put a seatbelt on. And he made this big deal in the middle of a T-junction about me putting my seatbelt on for safety reasons. And he just stopped in the middle of a junction.
I mean, he literally couldn't go anywhere. If that car was crashing, Gary was probably the safest of us all.
Oh, mate, yeah. I was not going anywhere, mate. I don't even think the fire brigade would have been able to cut me out.
Yeah, need a shoehorn to get you back out. But yeah,
all joking aside, though, what a cracking weekend.
oh,
And
it
it's
was
so
amazing.
meet everyone and put the face to the name and just have a laugh. And we just got on like a house on fire as the videos would go.
Yeah, it really was, mate. It was one of those ones that was just everyone just had a laugh. Friday night especially was just, as I said, it was absolute carnage. So yeah, it was great, mate. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What was your journey back like? I think I messaged you and said I was home, and you were like, "Oh, I've got another 4 hours yet."
Yeah, it was sort of 5 3/4 hours, I think it ended up taking us. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine doing it. It's like one of those ones. So that's what I was saying. I'd said in the chat thing, I think we're going to have to even it out a little bit. It's unfair to expect us to be doing 6 hours and 10 hours travelling every time we're doing it. But just for more, not even just us. It's like, as I said in there, you get Chris Stewart, who's a lot more north than me, so it would take him about bloody 20 hours to get to London, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try and work something out. But I'm going to try and get something organised for the end of the year for Scotlandy kind of area. If anyone wants to
Nice.
get involved.
Excluding the rest of us.
No, you're more than welcome, Gary.
Thanks, mate. I'll happily come up. As long as John doesn't make me drink a chicken tikka Guinness, I will be there.
Is that the one that tasted pretty all right?
No, that was the Guinness Porn Star Martini, Jaeger Bomb,
Porn Star Martini, Jaeger Bomb, garlic
Dylan's
bread,
garlic bread,
tomato, bit of mayonnaise, I think.
Ketchup, balsamic vinegar.
But don't forget, it was put into a macaroni and cheese dish. It still had some macaroni and cheese in it. And he sat and drank it. Even Dylan tried some of it as well.
I tried some.
It was okay, to be fair.
I think you tried it after me because you looked at me a bit like, what on earth are you doing? I was like, it just tastes like ketchup. There's nothing. It weren't even that bad.
If you try to get the barmaid to try it and all that, John was trying to get her to taste it, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think a big shout out has to go to Hannah for the Friday night for the way that she didn't even let me finish. for the way she ripped us off. Which we discovered on the Saturday how cheap it was, and she took advantage of us.
Yeah, Rab had said to me, he's going, it's actually only $3.50. Why was she charging £4 in the Friday night? He said he'd seen it up next to the dartboards where we were playing. It was on the Saturday, he said that. I was like, huh?
But
So,
we
yeah.
thought we were like Billy Big Spuds because we managed to negotiate £4 to £3.75. And the
Yeah.
reality is, she was still rinsing us every time.
The best thing was, though, when Rich... I think she knew something we were going to just cause chaos. It's when Rich said, I'll play you top trumps for it. And the girl was going, What are you talking about? She didn't know what top trumps was. And then that whole carnage started, and it was just like, oh, wow. Top
Yeah.
trumps.
so I'm not sure if she was enjoying ripping us off or she actually enjoyed the game of Inclusive Darts League's Top Trumps.
To be fair,
Yeah.
she was fairly successful.
We
I think
She
won one.
was.
Dylan reckons it was 2, but I said, I'm sure it was only 1. Because he'd picked Shocker out in one of them.
Yeah, that's the round I played on it. He pulled an absolute blinder there. As soon as he turned Shocker over, for well, don't even need to look at the stats.
Yeah,
We've won this one.
It doesn't even matter what number it is that you've picked, Pet. Give us the shots. But yeah, that was crazy.
So I believe Tammy's got a video of a round of Top Trumps
Oh, mate. Oh.
that we would all like you to watch.
Oh, I just want
And-
to apologise in advance for Gary's potty mouth. It is absolutely horrific. And there's a couple of members, to be quite frank, probably ex-members, that get mentioned in this video, and it is some of the funniest stuff you'll ever see. It is hilarious. Are you ready for this, boys?
Yes.
No.
Oh, mate.
I'm so
Give it-
sorry. Go on, Martin. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. You just cost us £4. You useless cunt.
Oh, boys.
I'd like to apologise to Joe Johnson. I think you're a lovely lad.
I
You
would,
do a
like,
lot for us in this league. Thank you for being a league supervisor.
I would just like to say to Daniel Newman, because I laughed obviously when his name got mentioned, I'm not sorry, mate, because as you proved on Saturday, you are in fact crap. Yeah.
At that part, all bets were off.
I mean, that was late on. That video was taken late on in the night. There was
Yeah,
quite
I think that was
a few
about shot number 9.
there was a few drinks had been drunk by that point. So,
So, I mean, just to put it into context for anyone that wasn't there, Hannah is obviously a girl at the bar that is trying to proactively sell shots of Jägermeister. And every 30 seconds, she appeared at the table, conveniently with the correct number of shots for the table, trying to negotiate with us on how many we were going to buy. And we used the Inclusive Darts Top Trumps to negotiate the price. And
Mr. Two Darts.
ultimately, we lost on every account, not only with
Bar
money,
one.
but also feeling like utter death the next day. It was a struggle, wasn't it, the Saturday?
Oh.
Yeah.
You could just see everyone was a shadow of them for the former self from the night before, and then the hedgehog rocked up, and he just carried on as if he hadn't stopped drinking, and he just carried it right on.
I mean, the
Into the
hedgehog only
madness.
stopped yesterday, didn't it?
Oh mate,
10 o'clock
I mean,
last night.
it's funny because you just think like, John was born for that sort of environment. That's just basically that's his happy place, I think. But that was the difference between that and the tournament myself and Tom went to with him. You're going, the tournaments guys are taking it serious. There, it was just a meet up, have a laugh. So when John was just in his element, he was on top form. He was hilarious.
The Friday was outstanding. Obviously, Rich tried to stitch you up
The
karaoke.
Karaoke.
I was like, huh? Me, I would have sung anyway.
And
Why are you
then
not stitching me up?
obviously that weren't working, so I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll put it on anyway. And he was like, oh, I'll go and ask. And obviously what turned into just a song for the Scottish, it turned into the whole bar singing.
Yeah, we got some looks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would say Friday was a blur. It just got like, from when Colin put that first £10 down for the shots,
yeah, Colin.
and then Gary decided, I'll stick in a tenner. And then I was like, right, go on, then I'll stick a tenner in. From that moment,
Yeah, it went downhill very quickly.
yeah, it didn't take long.
And then John was slagging Rich off for his porn star martini.
Right,
And
do you know what?
2 minutes
Some credit's
later-
got to go to Rich now.
2 minutes later, John
Because-
came round with about 5 of them.
We were sat there drinking, and then what was it? So Rich he had a beer when we got there,
Mm.
and then I went up and got him another drink, and it was a vodka and lemonade, and he had a couple of them, and then he was like, right, I'll have a porn star martini. So he's come over with these little glasses with the porn star martini on. Me and John found it rather amusing. We had a little chuckle, and then I think John went up and just get him just to mock him. And then he found out there were 4 for something. So we decided to buy the 4 of them. And then he was like, here, try one. And then I was like, that's good. That's dangerous. And by the end of the night, I don't know how many people had a porn star martini because of Rich.
John, every time you just seen John disappear and then he come back and he did with another 4 of them. He's just
That's
handing
the
them
thing,
out
he
to
was
people.
buying the 4 of them because they were on some kind of deal.
Yeah,
The deal
he
was
just
for
handed
2 of them,
people out.
John. Not
Oh, he was
4 of
crazy.
them.
Oh, he's crazy.
He is a machine.
Another thing as well, by the way, that John pointed out to me on the Saturday night, and it wasn't until John pointed it out to me that I realised, you're right enough, John. You said, everyone is going on about how much alcohol I've had. You said, Martin Ball has had more alcohol than anyone else in this whole pub. He said, every time you turned round, he was drinking something else. So God knows how much Martin Ball had. And so
Yeah.
I was on, come to think of it, every time I looked round, he always had a new pint of beer, in front of him. Or a porn star
Yeah.
martini. Or some bloody thing.
John said that to me. It was when I had John to my right and Martin to my left. And John tapped my shoulder and said, is it just me or do we think Martin's a functioning alcoholic?
If the hedgehog has that sort of evaluation of you, you know you're in serious trouble. It's time to have a look at your life choices. Yeah.
The Saturday, because obviously I had to drive back Sunday, so although I was drinking Saturday, nowhere near as much as drunk Friday.
No.
And I could take it all in a little bit more. And I don't know why, but John left his worst conversations for the Saturday when I was sober, when I would have appreciated that a little bit more on the Friday. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but
Yeah. You sent me one of them and it's
they're out there, aren't they?
I've had nightmares since then.
Yeah. I mean, me, Tom, Rick and Martin obviously shared the accommodation and we went back the Saturday night, didn't we? And we ordered the Dominoes and we were sat in our very nice dining area. And the reason we ordered the Dominoes was because we could eat it out of the cardboard because we didn't want to put it on the plate that was there.
Right. The china was fine.
Was it? Martin's cup didn't have a handle. I don't know what
Carry
the
on.
definition of fine is. He was drinking his coffee and I went, is that missing a handle? He's like, yes, it is. Yep. Just accept it. It needs a handle.
It's a Tom Hodge special.
Yeah, we were sat there eating our pizza at God knows what time, just sharing stories of what John had said to us all individually at some point in the night. It's utterly horrific, some of the stuff he said. I'll never forget it. It was brilliant.
Oh, it was great, mate. The funny thing is, when we left, myself and Rab, because we left with Colin left, and so did John as well. John was like, I'm not sitting here. He was going to sit. So I think obviously just 2 nights in a row. There's no way you could have kept that up till the night time. So we went. There's a Chinese right next to where we are staying. We'll go and get a Chinese. We were like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So we walked away down to there, but said cheerio to Colin and John. But it was they weren't letting you in. It was closed. Apparently, you couldn't get in because it was by a certain time. So it was us in the mood for that. So I started googling it, looking for us Chinese. Then we seen a Japanese place. But Japanese, quite fancy that. So we tried to find this place. So we're walking our way out, and God knows where we were. We found this Japanese place that wouldn't let us sit in, but they said we can have takeaway. So we went, right, I'll tell you what, we'll get the takeaway. So we got the stuff, and then so this young Japanese guy, Japanese looking guy, Rap's like, so how do you say thank you? And the guy goes, how do you say thank you what? He says, in Japanese. The guy goes, I don't know, mate, I'm English. So, at no point did that guy sound Japanese. I know he looks he is Japanese in sort of origin, but he didn't have a Japanese voice, not anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. So then we left. And I looked at the map and I went, right, we're just heading straight down that way. It's fairly easy to get back. I swear to God, I think we walked 30 or 40 yards and looked to the left, and there was the Loxley. We'd done a mile loop to come back to exactly where we started.
Brilliant.
Like, unbelievable. So yeah.
Brilliant.
A mile travelling just for Rab to insult the Japanese nation.
Oh, I love Rab.
Shout out to Rab.
Rab was... First of all, I didn't realise Rab was 3'2".
Yeah.
And then the amount of times he was trying to talk to the... Well, he tried to talk to me at one point, and I was looking at it, I could not compute what his mouth was doing. And I was like, we're probably going to have to save this for another time, Rab, because it was something about Celtic.
Mm.
And I thought I was getting the gist of it. But as the conversation went on and he was getting a little bit more passionate, I just completely lost it. I thought, I don't know. And then I was just watching him trying to negotiate with Hannah over shots. And she was just going, yeah.
I think at one point, I was just saying that she's just agreeing with everything you're saying now, Rab. Like, there's no way that I can hardly understand what you're saying.
No, she didn't.
No,
I asked her, I said, out of interest, did you get any of that? And she said, absolutely not. Not a word.
Yeah, so it was fantastic.
And also shout out to Tom Matthews that made an appearance.
Yeah.
Who knows who it was?
I was like, who's that Tom that we just had a list? And then Tom was like, oh, I think that's Tom Matthews. Oh, okay, cool. It then transpires that it's not, it's just Colin's mate that just turned up for the ride.
Because it was funny because I was looking at it and I turned up after you because it took us about three years to get there. And so I went over and I'm seeing Colin, he was giving me my top trump cards and I'm like, oh, how you doing, mate? And I looked around and I was like, I have no idea who this guy is. So I'm going, now you're going, who is this guy? And then Colin had said, this is Tom. And then I'm going, try to register, who's all the Toms? And he said, no, he's not in the group. He's just one of my mates. Like, thank God, there's that. I have absolutely no idea who this guy is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then with Phil, he turned up with sort of on crutches. What's Phil's second? Is it Garnet? Have I just made that up?
Yeah.
Garrett.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
He did make me laugh though, because obviously, I think he said like he hobbled along for like an hour
from the train
station on his crutch. And I couldn't say crutches because the hedgehog corrected me and said, don't give him too much sympathy, he's only got one crutch. And then he went down to the toilets, because obviously it's down them awkward stairs, and he come back, stopped at our table and went, which fucking idiots booked this place with toilets downstairs?
I mean, we were all very able-bodied, and even we were all going like, Jesus Christ, this is a bit dangerous going down these stairs.
Them stairs were dangerous on the Friday, I'll tell you that.
They were.
Oh, mate. But the funny
No.
talking about Phil was when we were doing the darts challenge. What was it? The half it thing.
Half it.
And then he was going up and John shouting at him, "Yeah, just take your time, mate. Just take your time. The guy can hardly walk, John."
John
I heard
can't
him
be a
shout that
mouthful for
across
getting
the
his
pub.
darts out.
Yeah.
He was hobbling across, wanting to get to the hockey, and then John went, "Anytime today."
Yeah.
Give him a break.
And he's like, "I didn't realise it was Paralympics we were doing." Oh, John.
So
Oh,
now we're actually
what a
like
guy.
addressing the darts on the Saturday.
No, we're not going to talk about darts.
Well, the darts were alright. There was some good. Tam, did you enjoy the darts?
I enjoyed it, that's mate, yeah.
Enjoy the tournament?
Hey, you talking about the singles one or the absolute shit show it was the doubles one?
I'd tell you what, that doubles one to start with. I didn't even
Listen,
know.
I tried my best to organise that.
Yeah.
I
Some
mean, that
people
helped that
are never happy, mate.
Mikey walked off for 45 minutes mid-game.
Yeah, but then he come back and went, "Right, you ready to play your semi-final?" And he went, "Yeah." And then it was, "Where's Mikey gone?" He'd literally come in and gone straight out the other door again.
So I went out to get him because I was like that. All right, come on, we've got to start moving now. The DJ's going to come back in soon. So I've gone out to get him, and he's like talking to Rich. And I was like, right, I'll have a quick smoke, get him in. So Rich just kind of helped me usher him in. And by the time I've got him in and left him like right next to you where you were sat, I've walked round the table to pick up my darts. I've looked up and he's gone. And then everyone's just like 10 minutes later, where is he? Martin then has gone and found him. He's literally walked in, spoke to Gary, walked straight back out the doors on the other side, and he's sat on the floor on his phone. So next thing you know, 20 minutes later, he comes back in again. Martin's like dragged him in. And then we finally got to play it.
Yeah. The never-ending doubles.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was in, then I was out, then I was
then he was in, then he was out,
and then I was
then he was
back in
back in.
again.
With somebody different.
What? Yeah. And John said, "I can't do it. I'm not playing anymore. I'm sitting here drinking." He just refused to go back up to the... That was how I ended up back in again.
Yeah. Apologies for the confusion.
That's all right.
It's,
No James Morgan, are you?
just wasn't meant to be.
It's something that I would like to address. It's absolutely nothing to do with the weekend. It's to do with pets. And pets, one pet in particular, a snake. Because we've recently had quite a few fucking snakes in our server. I've already put it onto Facebook, into the server. I'm going to actually fucking name you, mate, because you are just a snake. Ollie, you're a piece of shit, mate. You're nothing but pond scum. You come into our server, you join all of our stuff, so that you can find out exactly what we're doing, then you steal everything, take it for your own server, and then radio silence. You're nothing but a low-life piece of shit, son. Fuck you.
I think
The fact that they've done literally it is a carbon copy of everything that we have done, and I'm sick of us beating around the bush and saying, "Oh, it's like these guys." It's like, we know it's you, mate. We know it's you. You're the only guy that came in and done it that way. I don't mind. I said before to Tom, I do not mind people copying what we're doing, but there's a way to do things, and that's not the way to do it. Anyway, rant over. At least I didn't use the language I used in the server.
That was a drastic turn.
I just wanted to address that, mate. I just feel
I
like it
think
needs to get
it's best
addressed. I just
don't
feel
sit
it's...
on the fence. If you can actually just say what you really feel, Tam, that would be good.
Yeah.
Just to have
think
clarity.
I think I caught everyone off guard in the server as well, to be fair, with the Phil.
Because I'm the one that's
stuff.
normally sitting there moaning, and Tam's like, no, take it as flattery, take it as flattery.
But no,
And then
not
all of
that.
a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm just sat there, and my phone's lit up, and I'm like, whoa.
I can't stand, mate. I can't stand that sort of snaky behaviour. Just coming in, joining all this, every single thing we had, he signed up to it. So it's definitely him. There's no way it's anyone else. Signed up to every single thing that we had to offer in the server and stole every single idea that we've had over the year or whatever it is we've been running for and took it to their own server. And then you've got the podcast thing coming on now and all that sort of stuff. As soon as Tom announced the fact that we would have a pro on it, he was in Tom's inbox messaging him. You're going, like, I've not heard a peep out the guy for God knows how long. I said, nah, you're bang out of order, mate. Bang out of order.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
So, sorry, Tom. Are we waiting for the normal cameo?
No, he's just gone off. He's as I was setting up, he goes, I won't be coming on tonight because I'm not dressed. I've not stopped you before. But
Never stopped him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
On
yeah.
the subject of pets, why
Sorry about
you
derailing
mentioned pets, obviously pets caused the shockers not to come because they had their pet that they had to look after. So they were missed. That was 3 people straight away that we were looking forward to seeing. Obviously, Mr. Morgan couldn't come along. With Mark Jackson. That was a shame. There's quite a few people, really, wasn't there, that were hoping to come but couldn't.
They were originally saying they were going, but for various reasons, obviously, they couldn't.
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? It's like,
yeah. But hopefully we'll see you all at the next one.
Yeah.
Which where I thought it'd be
ball.
like a year or something. But everyone's just like I was quite surprised with you, Tam. You were like, there's no way I'm waiting a year.
No chance, mate.
I was like, right, okay.
Far too much fun, mate. Far too much fun had.
This will be planned a lot sooner than what we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones, it's like you don't have to go to all of them. I'm going to all of them, but
I was saying to Liz earlier, I was like, there's another one being planned. And she was like, so right for some. And I was like, I don't have to go. I don't have to go. And then it was the old, yeah, all right then.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, mate, it was, so much fun.
So many things that, like, obviously, didn't work yesterday, so today's my first day back at work.
Same.
And then just randomly throughout the day, I just had little snippets popping into my brain, just like, oh yeah, I remember that. There's so many different things.
Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely brilliant.
I was starting to think I was going to say something there. You've completely sidetracked me there, Gary. But that's what I was going to say. It was funny when you meet a lot of the guys from the server, when you see them and they're exactly how they are in the server. It's weird how their personality is very similar to the way they talk, apart from Mikey. That boy, here's an impression of Mikey. That was all we've seen of Mikey the whole time he was sitting there. All the mouth, all the bravado. He didn't even trap the Friday. We've never seen him on the Friday, and then he came in late. He stays 25-minute walk from where the pub was. 25 minutes. It's out of order.
He turned up watching the rugby on his phone with his earpods in. And I said, it's the only bloke I know that's turned up to a social and wore headphones, so he can't actually fucking hear anyone.
Although, to be fair, when we done the doubles, he was paired up with my son, who doesn't really play darts, and they beat us. They beat me and young Tommy, and Jesus Christ, Mikey would not shut up about it. So yeah,
it's like that. If he gets a win,
he was right in my face, right here at my ear. Oh God! The worst thing was it was Dylan that hit the 2 doubles that won the legs. I was like, oh God Almighty, I'm never going to hear the end of this. 10 minutes later, my wife was messaging me, well, here's Dylan beat you at darts.
Well, a bit of advice that I've learnt from Rich over the weekend, just stick your foot out.
Yeah, personal space trick.
The what? Stick your foot out? If I miss something.
It's like, you don't, it's like little bits like that. So I was at the at Sports Day today, and there was people like bumping in because it got quite crammed at one point, and I was just like, I just stuck my foot out, and I was like, cheers, Rich. And then it reminded me of what brought that on.
You've completely lost me, mate. I don't even know what you're talking about.
This is a drunken chat we had at the taxi rank.
And then, just little things like that.
So you're just not going to explain this, like your foot out thing? You're just leaving it at that, mate?
We'll leave it at that for the time being. We'll address it another time.
Yeah, some things just don't need to be discussed. Like the fucking doubles tournament.
That was poorly organised until Dan stepped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Have we got? Should we talk about the actual group and what's happened during the week?
I've got Alex Shields 9 Dart Challenge. You want me to put that on?
Good, yeah, because I was literally saying on Friday how I think you was as well, where to people where it was like Alex is not what you think.
No. Wait, I mean, are you ready for this, Gary? Wait,
Yeah, chuck it in, mate. Let's have it.
Wait, I mean, yeah. Me and Tom, both of us will let me come off. I actually said it to Alex at the time. Like, you are nothing like what I thought you were going to look like. So yeah, I need to do the video thing. It's too big, but obviously I will edit it because I'm a pure technical genius. Are we ready? Here we go.
Right, so number 4 of the evening, we've now got the best Geordie player in the group. Won't sit right with James, will it?
Yeah.
Mr. Shield? Shields? Shield or Shields?
Shield, no extra.
Shield.
Yeah.
No, I was right first time.
Just mistake yourself, Tom.
Yeah. Can't be worse than Peter Widgebenger.
Vibiger.
Yeah, Vibiger. Right. So, Tam's got the questions.
Have I? Fucking hell.
Yep.
Do we say, mate? You ready, mate? Here is the most ridiculous question to ask this man.
Yeah.
What is your favourite football team?
That's a silly question.
Liverpool.
Sunderland? I swear I see the Sunderland poster.
There's the door, mate.
That's where your head will begin through.
Yeah, no brainer. Newcastle.
It was John Burnett sent the hockey with the...
Yeah, what a shit house. I'm over on holiday and he's like, have you got that parcel yet? I come back, open the box that he's duct taped about 3 inches bigger than the box. Open it and there's an A4 print off of Sunderland. I thought, I will find you one day. I won't forget that.
Are you going to Nottingham?
No, I'll probably try and do
mate.
whatever the next one is. I joined too
Right,
late on to try and sort it.
No, that's not a problem. If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, Waterboy, Adam Sandler.
Oh, mate. That is a
Hungover,
class.
guilty pleasure. Got company, guilty pleasure. Does
I've
the
not
job.
seen that yet. I'm going to actually put that on at the weekend now that you've mentioned that. That is a cracking movie.
Just
It's
an hour 50 of sheer greatness, mate.
it's one of those. It's a underrated gem.
Yeah, 100%.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. That is a good
And
show.
there's still people that I find that haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just brilliant. Wow, that's a good show. That's the first Waterboy we've had, to be fair, Tom.
Yep.
What hobby or activity brings you the most joy outside of darts?
Well, it's not fucking darts. Probably golf. I'm a lot better at golf than I am darts at the moment, so probably golf.
What are
Gets
you playing off?
a bit as well. I'm off 18 at the moment. Only been playing a year or so just trying to get into it.
I used to play a lot of golf. I gave it up a few years ago. Just friends sort of fell away from it, and guys stopped playing.
The cost that puts me off, man. The cost.
Yeah,
is
I was playing
extortionate.
I was playing off 8 at one point, and then I had to give it up because you're going. It's just $1,000 a year. You're going.
Well, that's it. Like I've just moved a course because it was 50 quid cheaper. It's still $1,000 a year. Like, makes no sense.
Crazy. And it's not even just that. That's just your green fees, and then you've still got your golf clubs, because you have to renew stuff if it starts breaking, and golf balls, tees, it's all that stuff. You add it all up, it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't get any cheaper either. That's the worst bit.
Don't get me wrong, mate. I'm that awesome. I don't lose a lot of golf balls, so I'm great. But
I mean, just one Facebook Marketplace for this morning. The life of a 18 handicapper.
Let the lake balls commence.
I'll need a few more of them in a few weeks, so if anyone sees this has got them, just message me.
No, it's not. It's not a thing I do. I genuinely, it's the joys of sort of playing quite a lot of golf. You do get better, and you don't lose as many golf balls.
Well, I'm playing a lot of darts, mate. I seem to be getting worse, so I'm hoping golf's going to change.
I mean, that was the thing before you went on holiday. You were
Oh my-
smashing it. I mean,
Yeah, mate. I
going,
threw
"What
my
the
toys
hell?"
out. We got to play yesterday. Geordie James, again, went to the final leg and I hit 126. I was like, fuck this. I threw darts upstairs. I went and got my old set and tried to snap them. It wasn't pretty.
Not that you take it serious or anything.
No,
I mean.
not one bit, mate. No, honestly, I'm so laid back.
What have we got next? Who is your favourite author, or what is your favourite book?
Ooh. I probably couldn't go author. I would say favourite book is it's called Hard Work Pays Off by Matt Fraser, a CrossFit athlete. Followed him
Is
from
that
the start of his career, and just when he released the book, it gave you a lot more of an insight to the man behind the athlete.
Or it's
Good
just a
read.
biography thing?
It's kind of like how did he put it? It's like a training plan mixed with what he did and how he felt, and it gives you like almost like a journal more than a book. But it was something I was
Nice.
into at the time. Picked the book up and really enjoyed it. Read it a few times now as well.
Yeah. Well, that sounds interesting. There we go. Someone that's actually read a book that plays darts.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Well, it's the one and only book, by the way. So let's not put me in like a real high.
You're in
Yeah.
the top bracket compared to what we've had.
Yeah. It's usually, I don't read books.
I'd be worried in case someone went, I can't read.
We've got John on next.
Yeah, John's.
Oh, I've got to stop
John's
mentioning
coming.
him.
Yeah, that's every single one of these that we have done. John has been mentioned at some
Mate,
point.
he's firmly in your head, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's wait till you meet him, mate. Honest to God, he's once met, never forgotten.
Well, like I say,
Yes,
I have invested in a new darts case off the back of him. So we're going
His wallet. Have you got a wallet? All you need is a wallet. That's all John needs is a wallet, mate.
the fact he sent the video and it's just, pop it off in the coin slot. Like, come on.
I
Oh.
swear to God, mate. I'm not even joking. That was because I was watching. I was going, "What are you doing, John?" And he took his barrels out of his wallet. I was going, "Had you been
Yeah.
serious?" And then I don't know where the hell he got his flights from.
That's the thing that
K-Flex.
baffles me. Well, it's not even flights, is it? It's K-Flex.
It's
Where he
K-Flex.
kept them.
He's the
No
type of
idea.
guy that would like just chewing gum and stick them under the table for next
Yep.
time, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an absolute madman. Anyway, what are we on to? Oh, here we go. I don't actually know I don't know if I want to know what your answer to this is. What is your guilty pleasure movie or TV show?
Ooh. Guilty pleasure movie would be Cars. The first Cars, the Pixar.
That's a
And
good
guilty
movie.
pleasure series would be Prison Break, I think. Yeah, I can always chuck season 1 of Prison Break on. It does a job.
Season 1 was
So,
amazing.
We were talking about that the weekend, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, season
Season
1
one
was
was,
okay. Season 3 was like, he should have finished.
Season 2 I went, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
See when he went to the vet to get his arm stitched back on or something like that. You're just going, fuck off.
Yeah. Season
Yeah.
1 peaked and it just went
Season 1 was amazing. I remember I couldn't wait for season 2 and I was watching it
Yeah,
going,
they just flopped big
"This
time.
is garbage." But yeah. Good shout, mate. Here we go. Here's the one that we've had a couple of strange answers to. What's the weirdest or most unusual food you've ever tried?
Does this go out after the watershed or?
You battering, mate.
Not too weird.
Is it man's penis?
I think a camel toe would be the go-to.
You're such a silly sausage. Are you talking about an actual camel toe or
Oh yeah, like a genuine camel's toe,
an
not
actual
like,
camel toe?
not like that Dutch darts player. You know what I mean? Yeah, in Malaysia, it was about big. Oh god, it was chewy, hairy. This is the camel, by the way.
Still talking about the real camel toe.
Yeah, awful. Don't recommend. Don't order it.
Yeah, stick to the other kind of camel toe.
Yeah.
Even that's not that broad, but we'll take it.
Depends on the day they've had.
Exactly, mate. And how long they've been doing their workout
I'll tell you what,
for.
there's not a dark challenge tonight. It's just gone so downhill.
It's because you're on, Tom. I'm telling you, mate. Normally I've got this done in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes with questions. Tom comes on, This is what, nearly 9 minutes we've been doing this for. We're not even
Sorry.
throwing any of that shit. Here's the last question, bud. You ready?
Hmm?
Do you have a favourite music genre or artist?
Oh, well, favourite sort of band straight away, REM.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with a bit of those. Favourite, and then probably favourite genre, which is contrasted to that, would be some sort of rap. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, things like that. But any drive longer than half an hour, REM, Dire Straits, The Police, Sting, good
Nice,
stuff.
mate. The classics. Nice. So anyway, that's how I got to know you a bit better. You want to set up for your camera, mate, for the board, and let's see how you get on with your 9-dart challenge.
Well, let's see if I've learned to throw darts. How do I flip this?
I don't know, mate. It's your phone.
You had it flipped to start with, didn't you?
I did. It was a button on the screen, though.
Oh, please broke it.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Oh no, genuinely, I might have made a mistake. Yeah, boys, it's not letting me. Can I do?
Hey.
I can't remember on the phone how to do it.
Yeah, some of us have got sort of professional equipment, mate, you know?
Well, like a webcam.
No,
Yeah,
mate.
I could just try this. Like, it might be a bit of an easier way.
You're bang on, mate. That's you bang on.
Is that
You see
enough?
that?
If you can get it, got a wee smidge, mate, just a tight that shoot. Yep.
2 seconds, I can actually move it up.
Wait. Whoa. Easy,
We good
Tommy
there?
guy.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't go for the doubles on the left-hand side.
No,
Right,
you'll be able
so
to see it. We won't be
these-
able to see it on the full screen, mate.
Trust
You'll
me,
be able to
lads. Just focus up, yeah.
see it. Yeah, and
What did Rich Smith get?
oh.
Shithouse,
Use
what he
one.
is.
You don't even care what you get as long as you beat Rich. Well, I like to hear, mate.
Do you want a little warm-up?
Yeah, have
I'll
a couple of throws, mate,
26
and I will
spots.
find out.
There's the bed. There's the breakfast.
Rich has got 182.
Oh, right. Well, that's actually more than what I expected of a man of his calibre. Right, yeah, go on then, boys. We'll get this out of the way.
Here we go.
Right, give us a wee second, mate.
Let Tam get his calculator up.
Get my calculator, mate, because I can't.
You know, put your abacus.
Here we go. I hope you get absolutely pumped, Alex. No offence, son. Ooh.
45.
Nice, mate. Ooh, 60.
68.
Nope, wait a minute. Give me the answer to this.
105, Tam.
Oh, to beat Rich on the last fucking dart. Get up there.
That's gone in,
son.
is it?
Is that a ton?
100. There's a ton.
I thought that was a ton, mate. Well, in, mate.
Yeah.
205.
Mate, so have some of that. Message to Rich. Shit out. Tom, you're getting off lightly this time, mate, because I can see you face to face and you look a big fella. But shit out, Rich. I'm coming for you.
It's all right. I'm going to do mine tomorrow. I'll show you how it's done.
Please do, mate, because that first dart 5 I nearly cancelled this call.
yeah. This caller is no longer available. Right,
Just
thank you very much for doing that, mate. And like I said, you look absolutely nothing what I was expecting you to look like. It's bizarre on this thing. Guys.
It's I sort of like to think I fit into the fat Geordie nation, so...
No, do you know what I think it is? Because your profiles, you've obviously got a wig on. It's the big curly wig.
No, it's 2 seconds. I'll fit character for you.
I thought you had like a massive beard.
So it's that.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a big
Ah.
a wig you had on.
Yeah, I can also point out on that photo I was about 30 pints deep, lads. We just won the Carabao Cup, I'll have you know.
There we
Well,
go.
thank you very much again, bud, for doing that. And we'll get you on the podcast if you want. For doing
Well, lads, give me a shout.
your thing. I'll give you a
Clear
shout,
up
bud.
an evening one night, feel free.
No worries, mate.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, pal.
Top
Catch you in
stuff.
a bit.
Cheers, gents.
What a guy.
Yeah,
Nothing like I thought.
I would like to know what his issue with Rich is and where that stemmed from.
He seems to have a lot of
I completely
animosity.
forgot about he had some like vendetta against Rich for some reason. So
Funny, because as we were watching it, you were obviously saying what I was thinking. Like, as soon as you come out with the really sensible answer for a book, I was like, blimey, he's the only one that's read a book. And then you commented on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously the camel toe, that was mildly amusing.
Yeah.
then we discovered he was actually talking about a camel toe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is quite shocking, to be honest.
So 205, good attempt, Alex. Where does that put him?
Above Rich, that's all he cares about.
Yeah. I don't even know, mate.
So we have this 9-dart challenge where people are coming on to see where they go on the leaderboard, but we can't provide them with that information.
See, usually what I do is, see, once the week's done, so that people will go and bloody watch the thing. Once the week's done, I'll update the person that's thrown that week into the next week, but I don't think I've done this week. Obviously because of Nottingham, but usually I put it on the Sunday. So, yeah. I'm not even sorry I've not done it. I'm not even sorry.
He is up there.
But yeah.
And yeah, Waterboy, what a shout.
Yeah, I mean,
Love that film.
Oh, it's a great film.
Instantly filled with nostalgia. I was like, I need to go and watch that now.
Yeah, that was exactly as I said on there. I was going, God, I need to put that on now. But yeah.
Right.
Class.
Best Adam Sandler film. What are you going for?
Well, because I was a big golf fan, mate, it's got to be Happy Gilmore. That's a cracking movie. Get in the hole. Are you too good for your home and all that? That's when he starts all that.
Are you looking forward to number 2 coming out?
I always think it's not always a good idea to do a sequel to something that's been out for a long time. Look at Coming to America. Have you watched the sequel to that? The Eddie Murphy thing. What a steaming pile of shit of a movie. Absolute. I sat and watched the whole thing and never laughed once. The whole way through it all. The first one is a classic. That was utter garbage. So yeah. Watch it. I'm looking at that. It's great. Watch it. Sit and watch the whole thing. You'll love it. So yeah.
Sorry?
Was Juice Bigelow one of his?
No. What's his name?
He was in a lot of Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, is it Rob Schneider?
That's it.
Yeah, I thought. I didn't know if it was under
I tell you what,
his
films
company
are
or not.
The Juice Bigelow movies are pretty good. They are quite funny.
Yeah. To be Waterboy's right up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Longest Yard, that one's quite good.
Yeah. I feel like Longest Yard, it's got so much. They've like hid so many good jokes in there that are like little one-liners. It's just brilliant.
Is that the one that's Burt Reynolds is in it?
Yeah.
That's the same one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah. Even 50 First Dates is pretty funny. To be fair, anything he does is pretty funny.
Yeah, especially his older stuff. His older stuff was good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could start the
Nice.
Adam Sandler fan club here.
The guys, comment your favourite Adam Sandler film.
Yeah.
Love to know. Right. Should we look at the leagues? I'm looking forward to this one this week.
The annoying thing is, I've been playing really well recently since I got my league match against Tom.
Should we bring it up when we get to our league, or
yeah, mate?
Should we talk about it now for the whole thing while you're just scrolling through them really quick till we get to ours?
We even had a couple of league games played in Nottingham, didn't we?
We had Dan and Rab, and I think John played Dan as well. Was that right? That was a
in the
league
team
thing.
league. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the score was with them. I think it was a draw as well.
3-3.
Yeah, something like that. I know Rab didn't look too happy.
Rab was throwing absolute garbage the whole time he was there. He just didn't throw well at all.
Might have something to do with the amount he drunk.
Yeah, I was glad this is why I didn't play our league game on that Saturday.
I said to Rab,
it in me to throw darts.
I said to him, I'm not. If Tom wants to play, I'm telling him that. We'll wait till we get back. So you're on strange boards and yeah.
To be fair, there's one thing we haven't done is shout out to the Loxley because they went above and beyond on that Saturday. So when we arrived on the Friday, the boards were a bit battered and there was like nothing marked out or whatnot.
I think your
I've
heart
s-
sunk, Tom, didn't it? Because we'd just given you an absolute grilling about the accommodation that you booked. And then we got to the pub and you thought, oh my God,
what have I
there's
done?
not even a hockey. The boards are unplayable. And you said, I'm not organising anything next time.
I'm not going.
I think you were
I
quite
still
relieved
stand by
with
that.
it.
To be fair, one of the boards was in decent nick. The other one was just like, Jesus Christ.
And
the
the
state of
60
that.
was like
Yeah.
inside the board.
Yeah. You could
And
tell
then,
Tom wouldn't have been playing on that one the amount of times that 60 had been hit.
We turned up on the Saturday to brand new border, and then they've marked it all out, set it out lovely, and then as I seen, because we played on the new board instead of the not so battered old board, I was like, oh, they like the new board, so they quickly ran out and brought another new board.
Yeah.
So we had 2 new boards up for us.
Yeah. Yeah, they did go above and beyond, bless them.
It's one of those ones. I was saying that to Rab. I would go back there again. See if we were doing a meetup. I would have no issues with going back to there again. I thought
Oh,
it was
definitely.
perfect for what we needed.
Yeah.
That sort of with the boards and stuff like that. So it was ideal. Yeah.
And then I just feel slightly guilty that I tried to put in the group today,
You absolute fucking muppet.
about reviewing them and showing them a bit of love, even if you didn't go. Let's just
Yeah.
boost it up because they did do well. And then I realised I put the link for
Yeah, because I'm looking at it and it was like, is it Yates's or something? I was going, oh, I didn't realise it was Yates that owned them. And then it was after that you'd put in, yeah, that's the wrong pub.
So some random pub that's just gone to a 5-star review, have
Yeah, from about 200
Oh,
people.
just got
they?
just got no end of random reviews. And Rich, he actually put in, he was like, he used some choice words and then was like, I've just gave this place a glowing review. And then he tagged me earlier because he's had an email back from him saying, wow, what an exceptional review.
And we don't even have a dartboard.
So yeah, I have decided, and the next meet, I'm literally having nothing to do with any of it.
To be fair, Tom, I think it's not that you've decided. I think there has to be an intervention to stop you from getting involved in anything that revolves organising stuff. Especially when it comes to accommodation, mate. But yeah.
Let's go on to the leagues.
Yeah, mate.
I don't want to talk about the.
So we're on to
Lows.
Group N. You've pulled out of the leagues again, Gary, haven't you? Because you're obviously struggling quite badly at the moment. Is that right?
Mate, struggling quite badly. Yeah, doesn't quite do it justice.
No,
I've got dartitis well and truly, and it is the most infuriating thing I can explain, to the point that obviously on the Saturday I just didn't bother throwing.
yeah,
I
I've
turned
seen
up,
that, mate.
went to throw them, and I went, oh, I fucking can't let it go. And I thought, I've got 2 choices. I can either try and carry on playing and just be pissed off for the whole day and not enjoy it, or I
Yeah.
can just put them in my case and just enjoy the social and get to know people.
Yeah.
So I went with the latter. But yeah, I am struggling big time, mate. So I can't get through that whilst trying to play league games and just getting more and more frustrated. So
It's understandable, mate. So who was it that took over from you, mate? Was it John Whitfield?
we've got the chief, Alfie Davies. He's come up from the junior league.
Oh, right.
That's Arwell, who's also in the league. Really, really good player. Obviously, he's played with Colin, Archie, and Dexter before.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good to see where he gets on.
Oh, great, mate. Yeah, I've got the top there. Deck, Colin, Alfie. Top 3. I'm saying that. I've still got Ryan as well. Yeah, the Plumber boys are hanging about in the middle there, mate. Both of them have got a wing under their belt.
Yeah, both off to an okay start. It's obviously a nice step up for them, but we'll see how we go. They got more fixtures this week. They're certainly going to do a lot better than I am.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. It is a long season. Anything can happen, unless obviously someone runs away with it. The fact that it's the 3 positions, it's always the chance of someone managing to get a promotion at the last minute. But yeah, that's Group N.
Nice to see young Colin.
Yeah, up there.
Second place.
Couple of wins, back to back. Group M. Oh, it's Moira. Moira's playing some decent darts at the moment.
Yeah.
Jamie Russell sitting at the top of the pile. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed or not, Tom, but obviously I've had to do quite a lot of replacements again with people dropping out.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Molyneux has shown interest in another spot that I've advertised for the second time. Two different times.
I seen that. Was it this afternoon, this morning? It was either this morning or this afternoon. I can't remember. And I went, he's already in a league. And I seen someone
Only the
posted
third
on
time he's tried.
Oh, jeez, oh, mate.
Dave, this is not how it works. You can't just constantly fill up a league by yourself.
Yeah, end up playing against
Not for the
yourself.
want of trying.
So yeah, we'll get Eggery as well, sitting there in fourth. Well in, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty even.
Sweet.
Pretty even. The Group L.
There he is.
Ooh.
Useless Joe Johnson.
Oh,
£4, Joe. That was £4.
yeah. We'll take a check, mate. We'll take a check. Yeah.
That Callum Bird is a new replacement, so he would have inherited the score. So it'd be interesting to see how he can recover that.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure I might have seen him tagging for friendly player, maybe. I'm not sure. I think I might have, possibly.
I think he definitely has.
I think he
Tagged
might
a
have.
couple of times.
I think he's grasped that concept, mate, to be honest.
It's got that bad. Jardinho has messaged me asking to have the friendly player tag removed from his name.
Well, now he's in a league, he might be a bit more occupied.
Yeah.
But
so yeah,
he's
Brilliant
keeping up paid with the admin
Well,
tag. Innit?
I'm
I
going
can
to
look down and see in my Discord. I've got 6 notifications. So I don't know how many of them is going to be from a Ranger friendly.
Yep. That's his new nickname. Callum, arrange a friendly build.
I'll tell you what, Gary, I'm impressed at how quick you're changing these names.
Do it there and then, mate.
When it was left to me and Tam, weeks.
Maybe even not then.
Yeah. I've got to do it there and then, otherwise I just forget.
I'm sure I'd done it was at the team league and I hadn't even changed the names and people were trying to arrange games with guys that weren't even in the teams anymore. I was like,
That was 3 weeks after they'd left.
I can't even remember who's replaced
Yeah.
who. Just play someone, I don't care.
Anyone.
Yeah.
That Niall or Neil, depending on how you pronounce it, apologies. He's another new player as well, down in ninth, so he would have inherited them.
Yeah, so he's playing Kieran Gash.
Flash there.
Flash the Gash.
Good job, it's still very early. You've got plenty of time to make it your own spot, really.
Yeah, that's it. Don't get me wrong, if he misses out by two losses, then you go, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, Joe's hanging about there, mind you, for somebody that's crap. According to Gary. You know, Gary. That was Gary's words, not mine, mate.
But the thing is, in that video, it's like all you could hear in the background, and I don't even know who said it. It was like, it's Joe Johnson. Joe shit.
Oh. The thing is, guys, see if you don't want to get slagged at these meetups, go to the meetup. Then you could slag someone that's not there. It's great. It's great fun.
I don't think that's strictly true, Tam.
No, I don't think that is.
Because I seem to have got quite a lot of abuse, even though I was there.
Right to your face, mate. It wasn't even as if it was behind your back. It was.
Yeah,
right
it was
at you.
pretty brutal.
It was, mate.
It was normally John, followed up with a fist pump. No offence. Sorry, Gary. Sorry, mate. That was just a joke. It wasn't John, was it? You meant
Gary
every
can't
word.
dodge that quite early on. That's what John tends to do. He's insulting you or making a joke about you. Then the fist is straight out.
As if that makes it all right.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Then you go like him.
Fine.
Yeah,
Forgive
you're
him.
like, I'll be bringing my fist out in a minute, John. It wouldn't be to bump yours. But yeah. So I've got Levi, Grant Silk, and Dan Sullivan. Top of the pile. Okay. Any replacements in here, mate?
Yes.
Oh.
And I am so relieved that George Raynham has finally got a spot, because Tom Dazaville has no need to message any more, tagging him in, trying to get him a spot. I've already got you Steve Hayes, and then he's pissed off. Now I've got you George Raynham's. How long's he going to be there? I'm sure Tom has got another person lined up, ready to message me,
Nice.
and I will look forward to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Tam, I've finished now. That was my turn.
Nice, mate. Proud of you.
Thanks, mate.
Yes. Pete. Pete's been playing really well. I mean, I played Pete last night, and he was in the 60s in our match. That was a best of 5. He was in over 60 average. And you're going, so I think he's on the right trajectory.
I'll get a better game out of him than you then.
There's obviously Tom Matthews is sitting in third.
Sorry,
Nice to meet
guys.
you at the weekend, mate.
Sorry, Gary.
That's why he's played so many games.
Is that the way you're going to do it to me, Tom? Is that the way you're going to do me? Like, you're just going to start making fun of me before we even get to the first
I didn't
division?
make fun of you.
You did. You said get a better game out of him than you. No, well done, mate.
Quick, Tom. No offense,
All's forgiven.
Banter.
Yeah, that's it. Fist bump, that's it. We've got Chappie Chapel. He's still got a game to play. That's just, I've no idea who's still to play who, because it's that many.
I think there's just a
lopsided.
few of holidays going around.
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean,
minute, isn't there?
So yeah, nice.
Right. I think we somehow, I don't know how we've done this, but we've stopped going through the individual results, but it takes even longer.
Yes, because Tam's too slow
I
scrolling up.
don't know how we've managed this.
So we're into group JJ.
Yeah, Daniel, 104.
Nice,
Yeah, no replacements in there either, I don't think.
nice, mate.
There you go. That's where you all are. Good luck. Carry on playing your games. What's next?
Mickey Ellis, it's nice to see you got a loss in your last 2 games, mate. Ha 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 ha.
Whoa.
No, mate.
We can start slagging them off as soon as we lose. I welcome. If we do, we're going to win.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. Into group I. Speaking of Har, Jack Wood sitting second there. Connor Finney.
Well, Derek's still on a struggling spiral, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah. Bizarre, mate. Bizarre. There's a slag sitting right in the middle there. You slag. Yeah. We draw.
Nice.
That's Phil. Need to think of a nickname to do with his crutch as well.
John put in loads of nicknames on the Monday. If you haven't seen them, I'll try and find them. He's gave everyone a nickname.
Right.
And to be fair, there's some good ones. Mine was changing rooms.
Oh. What's happening with Rich? Although he's got a win under his belt there. Right down at the bottom of the pile.
He seems to play well in friendlies, though.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing for a game, he's throwing well.
But to be fair, I mean, in the team league, I've won every game I've played in the team league. I was talking about that at the weekend there. You're going to be in the league, I just seem to be throwing piles of dung. It's not even I'm throwing pool, I'm just not doing I can't hit a double.
Mm.
Just play better players.
Really?
Depends which way you look at it.
But yeah,
So yeah, that looks good, H.
Yeah, that's the magic, mate. There's G. Oh, G. Here's Jardinio sitting at the top.
Joe is doing well. John 4th.
John's got his phone saying that he got beat in his last match.
Is there any replacements in this one? Because I swear I've seen something about Ellis.
Henrik as well, I think's disappeared.
Right?
I think Henrik's disappeared off the server.
I think his name just literally popped up on the corner of my screen.
There is a replacement in this group that I've advertised. I'm just waiting to see if anyone's up for it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this
Henrik's
is
still
this
here.
difficult. Oh, he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be Ellis then. I've advertised.
I'm sure
But,
I've seen something about Ellis. I'm sure I've seen something about that. I think there was a couple.
It's just a little bit more difficult to get a replacement now
Mm.
because the waiting room's obviously got
Depleted.
depleted to set us up.
I have put a couple of things. So if anyone is watching this, feel free to stick on your Facebook page, or if you're a member of any groups, stick a wee link to the server on saying we're looking for players. If you don't mind. So yeah, Jardinio,
Nice.
Peter Peters, and Ryan Hodgson. So, what we want to next? E, is it?
I think you know the F. That's it.
No, it's E.
Oh, we've got Rab.
F doesn't exist.
Tam 7th.
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's garbage.
So, let's see how the results have gone. So, Luke has won all 3. I've drew 1 and 1 and 2. Tell me, who did I play this week? I'll tell you what, just go to the matches. It saves
No,
me
mate.
bringing up the screenshot.
No, we don't.
You
No,
don't like doing the
No,
matches,
we're not
Tom.
allowed to do that, mate. You're the one that implemented that rule.
Look when it suits. Look when it suits. I have to show my face. And now I've actually got the win. Well, just so you, in case you didn't Gary, I
so
absolutely trounced him.
There you go.
5-0. 5.
5-0.
5-0.
In the first 3 legs, you should have been dead and buried. I was on a double. You were on God knows how much. I don't even know how many attempts at double I had. It was ridiculous, and I hit none. Tom
I think you had 17.
something like that. Hit none.
If I'm correct.
Tom had about 3 attempts and hit 5. I don't know how that works, but that's what happened. But yeah, you played well. To be fair, you did play. I said that to you. The last sort of couple of legs, you did play well, and I think the frustration started getting to me after that. Just that getting a double.
I see. As soon as I went 3-0 up, I said to Liz, I was like, "I've got this now."
Yeah,
because you could see where they were going and they were missing, and you were just
getting too quick and
yeah.
You could just see you could feel the rage building within. The fact that I was throwing, it was the fact that I was scoring really well at the in the first few legs, and then it just doubles, get to a double, and it's just nope, not today, Satan.
I was very surprised how quick I was hitting them.
Oh, you were. I mean, you were on fire on the doubles. I can't remember what your percentage was, but it must have been fairly high. Your doubles. Yeah, because you were 60 something average, were you not? 62 or something.
62.
Because that was mid 50s, I think, 54 or something like that. I can't remember. Round about that.
So,
but yeah.
First win for the league double this season. Is in the bag.
If Rab's sitting right at the bottom of the pile, it's all from grace, Rab.
Yeah, bless him.
I tell you something, see if I finish below Daniel Newman, I am leaving this server. You've heard it here first. If I finish behind Mr. Choo Choo Man with these friggin' bright luminous trainers, I am leaving the server. And I'm going to buy a pair of luminous trainers and go and live in the woods somewhere.
I mean,
okay.
Well, I think Dan hit a checkout in Liverpool, which I felt a little bit sorry for him because not many people were watching his game because the Hedgehog was playing.
Me?
Yeah.
And obviously, sorry, Tam, to bring this up.
No,
but...
can I just set the backstory here, right? Sorry, mate, to interrupt. So I was playing Rab, I think it was, and I was playing, and I hit a 180 because of obviously the stuff that happened at the tournament. So when I hit my 180, I looked around and I was like, "Where's John?" And then I was like, "Get it up, you," and all that sort of shouting at him in the middle of the bar. So then I played John on the that was the Friday, I think it was. I played John on the Saturday, and he hit a one. That was the one. That's when you were the story you're talking about. Sorry, on you go, Mitch. To get everyone
No.
backstory.
Totally fair. So yeah, obviously you'd given it John the Large that you'd got a 180 against him. Got a 180 in Liverpool in Nottingham, and then Dan got his check out, but not many people noticed it until Dan shouted at the top of his voice and celebrated. But it just so happened to be at the same time the Hedgehog hit a 180 and everyone went, "Wah!"
Apart from me,
Dan was left like, oh, no one really saw mine.
Yeah, apart from me, I had my head in my hands because of the fact that was him. He hit a 180.
Yeah. I mean, the Hedgehog didn't even have his own darts, which made it that little bit more impressive.
I think he tried everyone's darts at some point.
For that last game of half it, each
Throws
round he
different
had,
darts.
he used someone else's darts.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, fair play to him. Cool.
Our group's looking nice.
Let's have a look at E.
Yeah. There you go. I still can't believe. That Ross.
Up a win.
Can't believe that Ross Guyver changed his nickname.
That's twice now. You've changed his nickname and he's changed it back.
And he's deleted it. Just
Ross,
to let you know, I'd changed Ross Guyver's name to "Are You The?" So it's basically "Are You the Guyver?" because of the "Are You the Guy" chat. And he removed it. I thought it was hilarious. No one got to see.
What was it before that? Was it Muck?
MacGyver, as in the and changed that as well. So yeah, thanks for ruining my fun, Ross. It's ruined my life, mate. Ruined my life.
So yeah, Julian's sitting pretty at the top with 3 wins from 3.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ties in that league.
I was going to say, mate, this could be a very interesting league.
Yeah. Michael's got a win. See if he can build on the back of that.
Yeah. It's only 2 points away from second place, mate. So yeah, anything can happen, as you said. Yeah. There we go.
Group D. Who we got in this one?
Oh, look at Paul Horton. Paul's starting to play good darts again. I've noticed a couple of his results are starting to ramp up.
James Davidson, Gribbin, Jack Thomas, the old 9 dart challenge this evening, Alex Shield.
He's take a wee loss in his latest game.
Yeah. Joe Love Muscle Russell.
Got Martin Ball as well. Although Martin Ball isn't playing as well as he was last season.
That's because he's pissed.
Constantly.
He's got hair.
I'm quite surprised to see Matthew that low down.
Yep.
Even though it's only 2 ties though, so.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on with Cohen either. It seems to be a little bit distant.
I don't know if it is maybe to do with the GCSE thing or whatever it is. They bloody do now. Whatever the exams thing, I don't know. God knows, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think we spent enough time on that one. Group C.
Yeah, 20 minutes too long.
Just Chris Stewart's put a win out of his butthole there.
Oh, Chris, well done.
Yeah.
Get a round of applause this week.
Yeah, no sarcasm involved in that at all.
No?
We've got a few games that have still to get played as well. A couple of catch-ups, I take it.
Holidays. Like I said, there's quite a few holidays around.
Yeah, man.
At the minute. Like Andy's in. He went Netherlands or somewhere.
Right.
Or something. Andy and. Where's that Andy?
There's Andy Jones.
Carry on. Oh, it is against Gav, sorry. Their dart counter had the issue with that game when it went down during the week.
Yeah, I actually posted it in the group, mate, because I couldn't go on.
They couldn't finish it because it kicked them off.
Yep. It wouldn't let you log back in.
And then they need to finish that one off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And the other one, I believe, is a holiday.
Cool, mate.
Seeing Colin's name, I don't know if you two thought the same, but his voice didn't match his look.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. To be fair, everyone was really nice when we met them, but it's funny how he's got that sort of the whole tattoo thing going on. But yeah.
Covered in tattoos, proper brummy. Good old Gary.
Yeah.
It's funny. Funny how you stereotype in it and you expect things. A bit like we said with Alex Shield, wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's not what you thought, but what do you think?
But as I said, I thought with the... I thought with his profile picture it was curly black hair he had, but it's obviously not. It's obviously because it's a smaller picture, you just assumed that's what it was.
Was it you, Gary, that was saying someone said that Martin Ball looked like a serial killer?
Yeah, that was Matt Stevens. When I said that, he's like, "Oh, who you staying with?" And I said, "Oh, Tom Rich and Martin Ball." And he's like, "Oh, I wouldn't want to stay with him. He looks like a serial killer on his profile picture."
To be fair, mate, he looks like that in real life as well, mate. Nah, he doesn't.
A beer in his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't change though. His mood just doesn't change.
Oh, he's the nicest guy.
The funny thing is, now there's a recording. I'll need to try and find it. The one with John drinking out of the chicken tikka bowl, and all you hear is Martin Ball saying, "You're a mad bastard." You could just hear him shout, "You're a mad bastard." That's like brilliant.
Yeah. Colin was the only one that turned up. No, not Colin. Sorry, Martin was the only one that turned up to our accommodation, remotely organised.
Right.
We just turned up with our bags. He turned up with the coffee, the rum, bananas, sausage rolls, a bog roll. It's like, thank God you're here, because we would have just survived with the garden hose.
Could have cried.
We had a nice little treat though. Just remembered. Sorry, gone off on a tangent. We had a nice little treat in the garden, early hours of Sunday morning, when the neighbour decided to have a shower.
What?
Do you remember that, Tom?
So I went out on the just before I was going to head up to bed on the Saturday/Sunday, and went out for a smoke, and I'm stood there with Martin, and then all I've seen is this like figure in, because the houses are literally, I can't even describe how close they are. Gary could probably put his arm out and touch the next door.
Yeah.
And I've moved a bit further down. Oh, that sounds really creepy. And then obviously, because the door's open and I didn't want the smoke to go into the rented accommodation, I've moved further down the garden, and then I've noticed the windows are not as frosted as what they should be. So, yeah, there was an eye full of...
It was like being in the red light district.
So was it a male or a female you were talking about that you seen?
Female.
Well, that's all right then. That's not so bad.
You didn't see it, Tom.
Yeah.
It would, yeah. No, not good.
Moving on to B.
Yeah.
Alternative viewing.
Yeah. I think we'll kick on, mate, before we end up getting the CID kicking the door in.
James West and James Scott both winning all their games. Steve, third.
Yeah.
Looks like them three are going to be in for a nice battle this season.
Good to see Jamie Scott kicking on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy Ken, he got a draw.
Crazy Ken. Yeah.
Right. Up to the big dogs.
Up to the big boys.
Obviously shocked to see who's top. Sam second. It's third. Paul finally's got his league going. James actually picked up a win.
I think recently I've played Paul 5 times and I've beat him 4 out of the 5. I couldn't believe it. It was like, and I think he kept challenging me. I think even he couldn't believe it. It's like sort of, what? This isn't meant to happen. But I have actually.
Well, he said he's throwing bad at the minute,
and
I've got him in the World Cup game tomorrow. So I'm hoping he is throwing bad. But every time I've played him, he's always like, "Oh, I'm not throwing that well." boom, 85 average. It's
Yeah.
like, what? Go away.
Yeah. Stop your silliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group A.
So there we go. James Langley, what the hell's happened to you, James? Holy moly, son.
It's even not like it's throwing worse. It's just the league is in.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You need the reality thing. You go, it's maybe you're not playing poorly, just that you're in a league. It's got guys that are just going to crush you if you're even slightly off it.
Apart from Sam. I mean, I don't understand how he's second. He's not that good.
Yeah. He's right good at the 9 dart challenges, though, Tom. Yeah.
Mr. Morgan always picks up on whenever we slate him for his last 2 losses. So it's only right I balance it out and say, congratulations, James, on picking up your first win.
Yeah, even though
bloody time.
Even though Michael will probably pick up a couple of wins and jump above you and you'll be second bottom. But yeah, well done, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is you're still in relegation zone.
Yeah.
But congratulations, James.
The reality is you're still shit, James.
Mm.
There you go. You can't even beat
I
Paul
love it how
Cook,
this community is so
who
kind to each other.
eye leather on a regular basis these days, and you can't even be above him. So who did Neil get beat by? Who was he playing?
James?
Oh, was it James that beat Neil?
No. Yeah. No.
It's
No, James beat
No.
Yates
I'm going
today.
to look. I know I'm not allowed to look, but I don't care. Yeah, it was James.
Yeah, it was James.
6-1. Well then, James.
nicely done.
So that,
Yeah.
as they say, is that. Yeah.
There's us saying that we wasn't really going to talk about the leagues, and we've just done half an hour on it.
Well, we've been recording for an hour and 26 minutes, and I think 26 minutes of that was actually about the meet. The rest of the league.
Yeah. I blame Tom.
Yeah. Go on. Why not?
Right. Are we quizzing, or are we calling it a night?
I haven't got a quiz.
We're calling it a night.
We're calling it a night then.
All before Tam says, have we got anything to address? The only thing I have is that I'm expecting the delivery of the last season's league winners' prizes this week. So I'll be in contact with the names to get addresses to send out.
Nice, man.
And hopefully it won't take 6 months. Like Tam had to wait to get his.
If
Which he finally got.
So if you could just send off the price of posted packaging, it's 25 quid. We'll get the stuff off to you guys. Okay? Made payable to Tam.
Perfect.
Right.
I think I'll do this, mate.
It's been eventful.
Yeah, it has, mate.
Have a good week.
Have a good week, and
And
we'll
you.
maybe arrange another meet for a couple of weeks, and then with something else to talk about. We could just do it that way. Also, content.
Yeah, nice.
We'll
A monthly meet.
We'll have no liver left, but we'll have plenty of content for the YouTube
We'll all
channel.
have something to talk about.
Right, boys.
Right. Have a good one, gents.
Until next time.
Bye.
Happy darting.
Well, howdy, partners. It's the Weekly Roundup.